coming to you live on your chin. Oh, kid. Oh. This is the Going Deep Show.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It sucks. It's awesome.
Hey, you don't say that. Hey, you don't say that.
Fighting for evil because good is dumb. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show.
What up?
Showtime. It's Going Deep Show. Appreciate you guys checking us out, tuning in, doing what you got to do. Studio tonight, El Prez.
Good to be back. It's been a while and survived COVID.
Every time I think about El Prez, I always have good thoughts. I just want you to know that, El Prez. And that's no bullshit. I'm not shooting. What do they say? I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Isn't that a term?
I don't know if I'd pay somebody to blow smoke up my ass, but if somebody were to do it, what better person or friend than you?
He's talking. When we got in here earlier, he was talking about his. He's got some. He tries to keep some horticulture going on during the off season. I'm not gonna. You can dive into whatever thought process you want on that, and allude to whatever I'm talking about, but. I always find it during the winter months up here in fucking mid. It's insanity trying to keep shit alive, let alone real plants alive. I'm talking about me, myself, being alive. Yeah. A dog. I have a dog here. Look at her. You can tell she's fucking half dead. I mean, look at that fucking bitch.
Yeah, with everything going on, being indoors a lot more, got to have a hobby or start a hobby. So sometimes you might want to try to grow something, and then you learn that heat is not always its friend. And heat stress just kind of kills it. So it happens.
How long have you been doing that? I know you every time we've talked, your mentality towards the extracurricular plant-based drugs are very similar to mine. I don't poo-poo anybody who wants to do it. We live in a free world. You want to do that shit. I'm not going to say I haven't done that shit because I would be hypocritical to say that I haven't done it when I legitimately have tried it. But getting to the point where, why would we were stuck inside all damn, we're stuck inside for a fucking year. So like you said, you got to have some shit to do. So
what happened was actually this, a friend of mine, I've got this machine that you can make butter, you can make herbs, oils, all this different stuff you can infuse with it.
Butters.
Yeah. Yep. Make cookies, desserts. I've even got a thing where I could take soup and put some herb in there and smoke it or a drink and infuse that smoke taste in it.
Have you done that?
Oh yeah.
What's it like? How does it affect you? Because
it's no different than edibles, that it'll take a little while. It'll hit you. You'll get that little bit of good tingly high, and it actually, makes you enjoy the food or drink a little bit more. And it's more of a just being in that moment kind of thing. So my friend that gave me, the girl that gave me this stuff, it was some dank ass weed. And basically there were a lot of seeds in there. And she was like, I'm like, hey, can I grow these? Being Jack of the Beanstalk kind of thing. And she's like, no, just throw them out. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'm
just gonna throw them out. What does she mean? Just throw them out?
I'm just going to throw them in some dirt and see what happens. See if they grow little trees. And so they started sprouting up, and that's good. They got like about yay long, and I didn't realize how involved it is. So another friend of ours that's been on the show before, she's dating a guy, and he's got a pretty good production that he does. And so I bought this citrus.
Have you picked his brain at all about how to get it just right?
Some people, again, they don't always want to share all their knowledge.
Does he think you're going to be a competition to sell it, or
not so much competition? It's kind of like that learning curve. Learn on your own. Here you want to buy this from me. I'll gift it to you. Mm-hmm. You can grow it. You can have up to. I didn't realize this. You can have up to 12 plants without even a medical marijuana card. But I'm not going to go that crazy. I just thought, all right, I'll get one plant. Then next thing you know, I'm getting a grow tent. I've got a fan. I'm like learning on lights.
He's got all sorts of shit going on.
Yeah. So I had the plant when everything was going great. Bought a new heater in, turned it on in there. It was a lot hotter than the one that I had in there, a little space heater. And within 3 hours, heat stress just killed it. So I'm like, you know what? Failed experiment, learn from my lessons. I'm better off just once in a while buying some. A lot less stress. Don't have to worry about your electric bill going up and everything else. So
my take on a lot of this is very relatable to what I do for a living, because sometimes people don't want to know how the engine works of a car. And I'm not a mechanic, but I can compare that to what I do for a living as far as like what I make. Sometimes people don't want to know how
the creative processes.
Well, the creative process, not just that. When you look at your phone, when you tap on the damn icon to boot up your
app,
social media, your Instagram and all that stuff, do you really want to know how when you touch it, it works and how it knows? Oh, it knows my fingerprint is exactly on this exact parameter of this and all this bullshit. I don't even know the terminology. Okay, you know exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to know.
Some people think the Emoji Movie's real.
I don't even want to know how this shit works. I just want to get in the car and drive without having to fucking figure out the engine and shit. You know what I mean? So,
but back to the other, I've brought in different drinks in here that we've done in the studio. I brought in moonshine tonight. That's fun to make. So
that's going to be show 3. Show 3 is moonshine show.
But that's the kind of fun thing I like to do is like, all right, let me do something, create something, a meal or dinner or whatever it is. And why not use it? Thank God that, when I grew up, weed was illegal, all this different shit. It's great that a lot of that's breaking barriers and it's not a big offense drug or anything like that. And again,
we're lucky to live in the time that we do.
That's that's kind of a good thing. So it is what it is. But again, I'm like you. I'm kind of like once in a blue moon, maybe.
I can't even remember the last time I did it. In fact, Endo, the last time we had some muffins made from it, and I tried to do them for the show, and I've said this a couple times. People are gonna be like, "Kid's talking about doing his muffins again." I tried to do them and I just get spaced out. I just didn't. This is like probably 6-8 months ago, and I have to be at a prime time, opportune level to not sit in front of the microphones and go Well, it's the worst thing in the world is hearing people say
But it's also that thing of being in control. With alcohol, it's a little bit different. Some people can, it controls them. Some people think they're in control, but when it comes to it,
I'm not in control. I'm not in control of anything in my world.
But so when you do something that is out of control, to be that's finally letting your hair down, your guard down, and just be in the moment, and maybe just let somebody else take over. So Endo's doing the show then. But no, it's kind of a fun thing, and it's more and more.
It's acceptable.
Yeah, it's more and more acceptable.
Like I said, we're very lucky to live in the time that we do to be able to
yeah.
Because otherwise we'd be in fucking jail, man. Paul McCartney, he had some weed on him when he went to Japan. They fucking lock his ass up.
Oh yeah, all 3 of them.
So
George did, and so did John at one time. George got nailed. So.
We are going to do something that we have not done in a while, and it's I can't say we haven't done it in a while, because really the underlying emphasis on anything regarding this show is trying to be equal to both the male perspective and the female perspective. Now, everybody out there who's listening to this show is probably laughing at me right now, but realistically, that is exactly what we want in this world. Every time I hear about the equality thing, I'm just like, yes, absolutely. And I gave you an example of that prior to when we started recording. And we're going to bring in our friend Thundercat here on the phones here.
Thundercats to the rescue. No,
Thundercats,
I don't even know what the theme song.
Wait a minute. I'm going FaceTime. I don't know if I want FaceTime.
Oh no, I don't think I want FaceTime. Hopefully she went to regular. But what I'm saying to everybody is, good there. I think we're good. Let's see if Thundercat will join us.
Hello.
Hi, Thundercat.
Hello. How's it going?
So far, so good. We were just talking about how misrepresented I am doing this podcast, and people thinking that I don't love women.
Really?
Yes, I get accused of this all the time. I'm a woman hater.
You're misogynistic.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get it either, because if I think that one thing that I can get behind is if everybody goes back and reads their Bible verses. Now, I spent the first 23 years of my life deep in that stuff, okay? And what it tells women is that they don't have a voice. And I question that pretty much from the time that I really was attracted to women. I'm like, why isn't that attractive?
There is the book of Ruth, right? There are some books in the Bible that are from a woman's perspective.
Right, but nobody ever talks about those.
No, they don't.
They definitely don't. And for the most part, Timothy, what is it? There's a verse in Timothy where women aren't even allowed to like preach or teach a male. And I'm not for that. I don't like that. I want Thundercat to tell us all about the things she's learned about her vagina and stuff. Listen.
Okay.
I mean, I'm joking. This is a big joke. But what I'm saying to you is the Bible teaches that women don't have a voice. Here on the show, can you honestly say that I've ever told you what to say or what not to say?
You have never told me that.
No. And I never would. I never would do that. That's just stupid.
If anything, you tell me to be more honest.
I think everyone needs to be more honest. I think when you're feeling hurt, when you're feeling not yourself, I think people have a hard time, and I am guilty of this as myself. I don't know. I can't speak for the El Prez here, but when the hardest thing to admit is when you are feeling vulnerable.
See, I was going to say this, Mr. Clean, please put away those cue cards. I'm not reading them. The kid just gave me the go ahead not to read the cue cards.
But am I right with that? Because
none of this is scripted. And,
I don't want to admit that I feel bad sometimes. Nobody does. Everybody wants to portray themselves as this Instagram model and this amazing person. But we're all not. We're 90. I mean, I would say 90, if not more, % of our day is sitting there talking to ourselves. All we do is talk to ourselves.
Right. So, Thundercat, just your perspective as guys that we say chivalry is dead, but chivalry could be the catch-22 if you're opening up the door for somebody that's a female. If you're pulling back their seat and putting it in, if you're putting it.
Wait, did you say pulling down their pants? And
No, I said pulling their seat.
Oh, okay.
If you are picking up the tab the first time you're going out meeting and not even, you just assume it and not even give them the chance to say, I'll get the tip or anything else. Those things women supposedly want, but yet we're also then taking away women's rights. Yes or no?
I don't agree with that. I like it when guys do that stuff for me. But
secretly, guys like to do that shit too.
Really?
Yeah. Guys like to do that if the thing is because what it does is it reminds you of when you first did it. Like when you're first with somebody, and not only when you were with somebody new, what it reminds you of is the first time you did it, just the first time, and that like sensation of like, I want to see what she feels when I do this thing for her.
It's the pedestal.
Guys,
putting them on that pedestal.
Yeah, and I remember. Okay, and this is totally what I don't mean to throw you off on what you were going to say, hi ho there, but here's the thing. Valentine's Day is approaching. I can remember my mom buying my brother and I Valentine's candies and giving them to us in a very sweet way that a mom would do. Okay. Mm-hmm. And me taking those candies and Valentine's and putting them into like my gym bag on a Friday night, going to a basketball game at Grace Lutheran School, knowing that I had a girl that I was interested in. Now, my mom gave me these, and to this day, I don't know if she was setting me up. My mom could have been setting me up, okay? She gave me candies, okay? She's like, what is he going to do with these candies? I think she was setting me up because later on, she knew that I was giving the candies to the girl that I was interested in, okay?
Aww.
So guys want to do the stuff that women want them to do, the things that they have in their head. Guys want to do that shit.
Well,
Even it's coming from me. I'm a fucking asshole. Okay, but I still want to be sweet to the person that I like.
Yeah, makes it easier.
Yeah. I don't like expect a guy to do that every single time.
And I'm a fucking dickhead. Okay, and I still want to do that nice shit for nice people.
Well, and the thing is I think you can have the chase, you can have that little bit of, mystery and mystique and all that kind of stuff, but
I can hear all my listeners being like, "Kid, you're a fucking pussy." Is that what you're telling me? I've been listening to you because you're an asshole. Now you're a fucking pussy. What the fuck?
But there's that delicate line of putting her on a pedestal, but yet knowing that she can kick ass and do whatever the fuck she wants and be a Wonder Woman and take on the world too.
This is why I constantly say this in Hi Ho. I hope you know this, but I've said from day one on this show. You can go back to listen to any show that I've ever done. Women are the stronger of the genders, for damn fucking sure.
Hey,
they are, because they have to emotionally handle everything that they have to handle. Secondly, they have to deal with our stupid fucking asses. Then throw the monthly thing on, okay? Squirting out of the fucking vag with the fucking blood.
Bleed for a week,
yep.
and
then oh wait a minute, let's toss some childbirth on top of that. Okay, wait a second now, give me a fucking break. Yes, you guys are the strongest. Here's the bottom line why women haven't ruled this entire fucking world. You guys don't get along with each other. It is a constant bitch fest between between women themselves. The only people that have figured out are lesbians. Lesbians have figured it out.
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Because even a lesbian likes a little dick every now and then.
Okay,
it's not our fault.
What'd you say, Hi-Ho?
I said women are just too hormonal and too emotional.
You got a lot of more moving parts, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
So
it's
wait a minute.
Too
now.
high and low.
Here, El Prez, I know where you're alluding to this. We bring this up, and I'm glad we are, because we always have new listeners to this show. Tell everybody what you're talking about. El Prez was the guy who was with Lesbo who loved to have dick on the side. He was dick on the side.
and then her girlfriend came in the next day like, "What did you do to my girl?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's like, well, maybe I made her come harder than you ever could.
I ruined her with my dong.
Good oral skills.
So wait, tell me. We've talked about this before, but give everybody a recap. Just like very
real
brief
quick.
Cliff notes.
Cliff notes. Drinking in a club in Nashville that's open till 4:00 in the morning. Starting doing tequila shots with this young lady, and she's there with her girlfriend, dancing, hanging out. Go home with her. Her husband, because he was the beard, who was gay, so they were each other's beards, is in his own bedroom sleeping. We have a night of passion.
Yikes.
And I gave her first multiple orgasm, and she was like, "What the fuck did you just do?"
Wait a minute, the first multiple?
Her first multiple orgasm.
Shit.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Rockin' Robin. So anyway,
Tweet.
tweet. So a couple days later go by, and I'm at my job working, and her girlfriend comes in and is like, "What the fuck did you do? What did you do to Rockin' Robin and to rock her world?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like questioning everything, whether she should be a lesbian anymore, whether she should be this, that. She's like, "What the fuck?
You ruined her."
Spoiled it for everybody else.
Have you ever had those instances where you had one dude who just fucking rocked your world? Hi-Ho.
I mean, everybody's a little bit different.
Is there like a preference you have though? Like, I mean, I want you to be 100% honest with me at this point. If there's one thing that we continually encourage here on the podcast is like, is there if I were to ask you who was the best, or what was the best scenario to be involved with, or any of this, like as over the course of your life, what is the moment that if you could, boom, you have one that stuck out in your brain? As soon as I started talking about it, bam, you thought about it right now. So tell me what I need to. I want to know what that is.
The replay.
Yeah,
the one you always replay.
When you're flicking your bean, is there one thing that you go to that's like, oh my god, yes, this was the fucking best?
Oh, there was one guy that I would love to be with. He was just really good. He had a little dick, so he definitely made up for it with his tongue.
Little dick.
Yeah.
Like a micro peen, or are you talking like?
Yeah.
Really? He had a teeny weeny, and he made up for it.
So, oh yeah, because there was no point being with him if he was going to take his pants off, because that was just a waste.
So wait a second. Let me get this straight. I told you the be all end all, and it has nothing to do with his dick. It's all about his tongue skills.
Hey, you can eat
His tongue
pussy
skills were
longer
amazing.
than you can keep it hard. So,
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Because he didn't really want sex, so he was all about just giving it to me.
So what you're telling me is when you were blowing him, it was like blowing a fucking number 2 pencil.
she didn't say it was small around.
Did you go?
It could be just short.
Did you go down on him?
I mean, if you could call it that. I mean, yeah, there wasn't much there to do
Work
anything with.
You were just toothpicking pretty much. Just at that point, just like using one of
Like,
those.
it wasn't. Yeah. Like,
But why
it didn't
is
really
why is
grow
this
at all either?
why is this the one that you remember the most? Was it because of the dynamic between how good his oral skills were versus how like nothing he had in the fucking dick?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, how old was this guy?
He's maybe 10, 15 years older than I am.
And probably he made up with it not just orally, but the way he treated you was probably a lot better too, to make up for that indifference.
Yes.
So
He treated me amazing.
He wanted to be your lover.
Oh yeah, he told me that.
Did he
wasn't
really?
gonna happen.
Did he really?
so now I got to ask, what went wrong?
Yeah, what was it? Was it his micro penis? 'Cause I'm telling you, okay, let's say you could get eaten out every night. You would miss the dick, right?
I wouldn't want to be with him, no, on a regular basis.
Because you didn't have a dick, right?
Right.
So toys
But
wouldn't
man.
have helped.
So wait a second. You know you can like buy one of those things to go over the top
Yeah,
of the
that's what I
dick,
was
right?
thinking. Toys to.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Why isn't it the same? I've heard this many a time where a girl's like, I need the skin to skin. I need the same, you know. And I'll agree with you. I fucking hate a condom. Condoms fucking suck. And, you know,
Yes, they
skin to
do.
skin and fucking just being the animal that you are. That's
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well, I mean, it's not the same for the guy either, so he doesn't have the same reaction to any of it.
true.
Yeah.
See, and I've even have one of my friends that she will, whenever she gets off, it's always manually. She doesn't bring any toys into the bedroom or anything else. It's always, fingers. And it's like, wait a minute, why wouldn't this be fun? Like a Wii Vibe or, or anything like that. Nope. It's, so everybody's different with their kink.
How long ago were you with the guy with the teeny weeny?
Tiny Tim?
It's been about a year and a half.
Year and a half between teeny weeny. Do you? The thing was, though, I'm very, very impressed with the fact that you went to that as the thing I told you. So you think about it. If you think about him eating your fucking puss out more than there's nothing more of a dynamic change of pace. Hey, you got to think about the last sexual experience that really turned you on. And you immediately go to fucking micropenis. I mean, there's not a lot of women that probably would do such a thing. This is impressive. But
Probably not.
The fact of the matter is he fucking ate your snatch so fucking good. Right?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely knew what he was doing.
How many times did you get off on his face? Did he have a crustache when he came up? He had a cold crustachy situation.
I mean, he was more into it than I was usually. So, I mean, he just kept going.
You must
Packed a lunch,
So,
stayed for the day.
yeah.
This is impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
More than the alphabet.
Can we bring this guy in the studio? We need to talk to this motherfucker. We need to talk to this guy. Fucking A. Crustache. That's his nickname, Crustache. Jesus. Before we began,
He was
Okay, go.
Definitely one of those gentlemen that did everything. Open doors, open the car door for me.
Did
Always
you
took me out to dinner.
did you think he was just? There's a compensation thing. They always say that there's a compensation.
What did he
thing.
drive?
Yeah, that's a good call. Good
Compensation.
call. What was he driving?
I think it was an Encore. It was a Buick Encore.
A Buick. My grandpa used to drive a Buick.
Hey, remember those Buick commercials now? That's a Buick.
The new Buicks are good. I do appreciate the new Buicks. I do. I thought about new Buick. But then, yeah.
I was expecting her to say like a Camaro or, truck, anything.
We have, I'm looking at my thing here. We got about 4 minutes of show. I want to kind of I always like to tie in the end of one show into the next to tease the people. Now, Mr. El Prez here, okay? Massage therapist at his finest. He does a great, not that I would know this, but I've seen it in person with a person here in the studio. So he was describing to me something before we began recording of a female that he is friends with, that I am aware of, that I know of, who's probably, I would say hands down, one of the top 5, maybe top 3 hottest people that I've ever fucking seen in person. And he's massaging her and rubbing her, and her titties are flopping out and all sorts of things. This is something that is
you have to keep your cool during the whole time because it's not a sexual massage.
I know.
So that's the difference. And that's the unfortunate difference.
He speaks the truth on this. But what I'm saying is the next episode of this program is going to be very, very based on men attempting to get with girls knowing exactly what they're doing. Okay. And I want to make sure the hi-ho you're involved in this because I need your perspective on this. This is the reason I called you. I'm sorry that we're totally bullshitting you and asking you fucking about micropenis, but here's the thing.
We got sidetracked.
The next episode of this show is going to be very, very based in how a woman thinks versus how a man thinks, and how when you're attempting to get with someone and you're playing the game, I can't remember how hard you played the game or how hard I played the game when I was younger.
You've been out of the game for a while.
I've been out of the game for a while, for a long damn time. Yeah. I've been out of the game, quote
Thank
unquote.
God you're not competition out there. Damn it.
I don't want, no. In fact, I've been very I need some alone time. I do. Yeah, okay. I need some fucking alone time. Let's put it this way. But what's going to happen here in the next couple of shows here is going to be very, very, it's going to be interesting to hear your perspective versus our perspective as going into the game. It's going to be like a complete colossal battle that's going on here. So, all right. I need to hang up on you so we can play our final things, but we're going to call you back. We're going to do bathroom breaks and all this stuff. Go take a break. Make sure you don't have any pants on. Okay. All right.
Okay.
We'll talk to you in a few minutes here. All right. We're going to give you a shout right back.
Talk to you later, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. Final words, my man. What you got?
We're going to save it to the Valentines coming up next episode.
Hey, Brim the Kid. Thank you for tuning in. So many great things that we're going to have here for you to listen to on the program.
Good to be back.
It's if there's one thing that I like to bring to everybody's world here, it's the honest opinions of man versus woman to try to solve problems. To say, you know what? I'm in the wrong. You may be in the wrong. It's up for you to decide. It's not for me. I'm the Kid. And this is the Going Deep Show. Please, pretty please, visit us online at thegds.com.
On TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
We're all over the place. We are all over the place. So we appreciate you guys being with us, and we hope to have you along for the ride some more. For everybody here in the studio, rest of the virtual world, make sure you do one thing: chill to the next one.